Hey guys, and welcome back to some more PvP battles. I know it's been a while since I've done PvP battles here. I do apologize, I haven't been posting as much videos, but we're back with some more content today. And today we're bringing some Armor PvP because I wanted to try out the new Armor Mewtwo in the Ultra League. Because Armor Mewtwo, if you guys don't know, has a pretty high defense stat, has some new moves, and it's a beast. Honestly, guys, I tried it out against my boy El Shadow right here. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I like this Pokemon. I like this in PvP a lot, and you guys are gonna see how well it performs. So if you guys are excited, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment all that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's get into this first battle. So here I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with my Armor Mewtwo as he leads off with Machamp here. Good start for me because I do have Confusion and then I have Dynamic Punch here. So because of the damage that he's doing to the Machamp, he's definitely going to have to switch out. He goes out to Scizor, but despite the Scizor, I decided to stay in because I wanted to see how well Mewtwo actually can take an X-Scissor from a Scizor, so I decided not to shield here. And as you guys can see, it actually does a little bit lesser than what Cresselia would have taken, I think. Well, then again, I don't know. But here I'm going to go for the Dynamic Punch, and he actually surprisingly opted not to shield. I guess he didn't anticipate the Dynamic Punch there. So, but here I'm gonna go ahead and switch out into my Giratina because I do wall Scizor with this Giratina, unless Scizor happens to pack the Nice Slash, which luckily for me he doesn't have the Nice Slash here. So I felt like I had no need to shield there, so I'm just gonna go straight for a Dragon Claw and pretty much take this thing out. And well, I'm barely missed the knockout, but I'm gonna take him out with that next one. So that worked out nicely for me. Now here he's gonna go ahead and bring in his Latias. So his last Pokemon was Latias here, so that's actually good. I was able to actually keep Giratina here. Latias is definitely doing a lot of damage, but with these Dragon Claws, I'm actually going to be able to bait some shields. As you guys see here, he does shield that first one because obviously, you know, with Dragon Claw and Giratina, it's just going to be coming out constantly. And he still hasn't gotten to his Outrage yet, which luckily for me, he does have the, which I pretty much figured he had the Outrage. So I got off a Dragon Claw, he doesn't shield there, and here I'm going to go ahead and shield because I pretty much was expecting the Outrage to come through, and luckily for me I do call it correctly, so I don't lose my Giratina here, so it's pretty fantastic, that's what I meant to say. And what this is going to allow me to do is I'm going to go for another Dragon Claw, and surprisingly enough he opts not to shield here, that other Dragon Claw there, so I'm kind of surprised he actually didn't shield that, but it's all good. No, it's all good for me, makes my job easier. So then his last Pokemon was Machamp, and I believe he went for his last shield here. And here I decided not to shield because I wanted to save my shield for when I bring back out my Armor Mewtwo. So as you guys can see, he's gonna be able to take me out, and I don't get access to another Dragon Claw, but it's okay because I still have my Machamp and my Armor Mewtwo left. So I'm just gonna bring out my Armor Mewtwo and just pretty much finish him off here. Now here I kind of decided to shield because I didn't want to risk not shielding and then the Dynamic Punch ended up taking me out before I even got a chance to finish him off here. So I decided to just shield and just take him out. So you guys saw how tanky this Pokemon can be and how deadly it can be if used in the right circumstances there. So I got the first game, so now we're gonna go into the second game. In the second game, I'm gonna actually have Armor Mewtwo in the back alongside Blaziken and Melmetal here. So I was pretty lucky. I actually ended up getting a Armor Mewtwo that's actually sitting at 2500 precisely, so that's actually really fantastic for me. So anyways, go into the second game. I'm going to lead with my Blaziken. He leads off with his Donphan here, so I kind of know, like, this is an okay matchup for me, but what I decided to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and opt to switch out, well, at least try to switch out here. I'm going to go out into my Armor Mewtwo because he does have the counter with his Donphan, and I actually opt not to shoot because I was expecting the play rough here, and he actually does go for the play rough. You see here, it did about at least 30% to my Mewtwo here, so unfortunately that's gonna allow him to pretty much get a free switch into his Scizor, and I'm gonna have to shield here because this is because you guys know how it works. Scizor just pretty much does dominate Mewtwo honestly here, but I'm gonna be able to get off a Dynamic Punch here. And I believe here he doesn't shield here because judging from the last battle, he actually saw he could actually take a hit, and yeah, he's still there. He actually opts not to shield here. Unfortunately, I can't switch out because I already switched earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually opt to use my second shield because I figure I can get off one more Dynamic Punch before I go down. So, and then you guys can see he actually makes a good move. He's gonna actually do something pretty smart here. I'm gonna get off another dynamic punch, which is gonna force a shield. But what he actually opts to do is he actually does not go for another X Scissor right away, because just with Fury Cutter enough is gonna be enough to be able to take out my Mewtwo. And you guys are gonna see why that was smart. He didn't go for it, because I'm gonna go to my Blaziken. I'm gonna try to go for the Blaze Kick. He actually goes for the X Scissor. So pretty much to expect it. So here I'm going to try to click. I'm trying to go for the Blaze Kick. I misclicked and went for another kind. I wanted to go for the Blaze Kick, and because of the misclick, he's going to be able to get off another X Scissor. So basically I kind of messed up there, and I should have I was trying to go for Blaze Kick, but for some reason I tapped the screen by mistake, and I went for the counter, which I should have went for the Blaze Kick there. So unfortunately, which it allowed him to get up some additional damage here. So he brings in for Alligator. I'm pretty much go for the Blast Burn, and I had to switch out there because obviously that is a Water type versus my Blaziken, and I was pretty much fearing the Hydro Cannon at this point. So here I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide. I switched to my Metal because my Metal does have the Thundershock, and I was like, okay, he's definitely getting off a Hydro Cannon. But it turns out he doesn't have Hydro Cannon. He has Crunch. So that pretty much tells me that his second move might have been Ice Beam for the Grass types, which is an interesting choice. So what this is gonna allow me to do is I'm gonna be able to get off I could be able to survive a little bit, get off a Rock Slide, and take out his for Alligator. But unfortunately for me, that's gonna allow him to bring in his Donphan, and because I took all that damage earlier, he's gonna be able to get off. And as you guys saw there, I barely missed out on getting that Blaze Kick off, so it was pretty unfortunate. I feel like if I wouldn't have taken that if he didn't get off that second X Scissor, I probably would have survived just with a sliver to get up to just be able to get off that last Blaze Kick and take the dub to win there. But it's all good. Good games to you, Ramon, for that second game. Now going to this third game, I'm gonna bring Giratina Alter Form. I actually swapped the Cresselia for Armor Mewtwo to see how it does on this team, and then my last Pokemon, my third Pokemon is gonna be Aggron with the Dragon Tail, Iron Tail, and Stone Edge, which I've been trying out, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually like it a lot, honestly. You guys are gonna see how well it performs here. So again, a good matchup for me. He leads with his Machamp, and I lead with my Giratina. Of course, being a Machamp with being able to barely touch the Giratina, he's definitely going to switch out, and he's going to go out into his Latias here, and I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw. I believe he opts to shield here to preserve HP, which is pretty smart. Yep, he does shield. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Aggron, because my Aggron, like I said, has Dragon Tail, and it is Steel type, so it's going to be able to do really well against Latias. So actually, and obviously here I don't need to shield because I'm going to be able to take this average pretty well. And as you saw there, it didn't do as much damage as I expected. So go for a few Dragon Tails. I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam here, and I believe this Heavy Slam does end up taking out his Latias here. So that's why I like Aggron, because it's pretty tanky and can definitely do some damage there. I actually do barely miss the knockout, but that's not a big deal because I'm still going to be able to take out his Latias before he gets off another Outrage. So, well, that's because he opted not to shield there, so that worked out for me. Now here he brings in his Machamp, and because Aggron is quite weak to fighting, of course I can't switch out. I'm unfortunately have to lose my Aggron there, but that's gonna give me the free switch into my Armor Mewtwo, the monster, the beast right here. Look at him, he's magnificent. And he's gonna go for the Dynamic Punch. I don't shield, and you guys see it barely did any. It didn't even do any. Like, it did damage, but it didn't do as much damage as I anticipated there. So here I'm just gonna go for some confusions. I feel like I didn't need to go for the Dynamic Punch. I feel like just saving it for the last Pokemon, which is actually going to be his Scizor. So I'm gonna go for the Dynamic Punch here now. Look at his face. It looks like a monster there. So I do get rid of. I do bait a shield, but it's perfectly fine with me. So I'm going to be able to go ahead and get off some more hits here. He's going to go for the X-Scissor. I'm going to shield that because I figure, and I feel like at this point I pretty much won this battle. Even if he does end up taking out my Mewtwo, I still have my Giratina in the back, which is going to be able to handle well against his Scizor anyway. So it's pretty much a GG at this point. But you guys, the moral of this video is Armor Mewtwo is fantastic. I love this Pokemon so much. It's really amazing. A lot of people underestimate it, but honestly, it's really good. And the PvP in general, it's just fantastic here. So, and on top of that, you guys are going to see here, I'm going to be able to barely get off one last Dynamic Punch to pretty much win this battle. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you more for the battles. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment if you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.